Hello and welcome back everybody to The Way We All Go. So, last episode, the episode before last episode, and the episode before that I was really angry with this game. But I am positive that this part will be different, because he's now going to tease Amu. And this is a cliche, I know, and I ranted about cliches in this game, but I think it has some potential. Because, you know, a role switch is always funny. Now he can tease her instead of the other way around, and that might be funny. If they don't overdo it, which I am not too sure of yet, but we'll see. Okay, here we go. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Oh. Where is my controller? There is my controller. Will you be dining alone today? Is there anywhere in particular you would like to... Oh, it's just you. And you are doing so well too. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? I mean, for a few moments I thought you were genuinely pleased to see me. Amu shrugs. More fool you then. More fool me indeed. It's not like I need to pretend to be super, incredibly, deliriously happy to be working here around you, Achan. I'm glad you feel like you can be honest with me, but... But what? It's not like you're paying for my smile or anything, so you've got no room to complain. Amu sounds so grumpy I actually take a step back in alarm. Did I do something wrong? It's not that. It's just... I appreciate you coming to see me, Achan, I really do. But my parents said I'm not allowed to leave until 12:30 p.m. I know that. Amu scowls. Then why are you here? Did you come to make fun of me or something? Because I have work to do and you don't? I flinch. That might possibly have had something to do with it, but... Amu takes a step closer to me, glowering. Huh? Is that really the reason? She really does look mad. No. I just wanted to try eating here myself, you know. Amu continues to look unimpressed. I start to worry she might gut me. There aren't any sharp knives around here, are there? Maybe in the kitchen, but is Amu allowed to go in there? Ah, of course. What a stunning lack of foresight. Amu must have access to the kitchen. She's one of the waitresses. Do you need? Yeah, of course you need to get the... Oh, I'm stupid as well. Sorry, Achan, for calling you stupid all the time. I'm dumb as well. If I don't say anything smooth, I might get stabbed in the eye. Or eyes. Both of them. One with a fork, the other with a knife. My very life might be on the line here. I'm sorry, it was a stupid joke. I wanted to see you so much I just couldn't help myself. I'm sorry, it was a stupid joke. I'm sorry. Okay. We all know at this point that I hate Noelle, so fuck her. That is the sentiment, by the way, the game gave me. It's nothing about Noelle, about people like Noelle. Hell, I'm more like Noelle in real life than Amu. I'm not someone who's always happy and loves to be around as many people as possible and stuff. I might be a bit teasing though from time to time, but no, I'm not like Amu, that's what I wanted to say. But, the game made me hate Amu. The game made me hate Noelle. You know what? I'm just going to continue now. That is something I think of saying. However, isn't that level of flattery just a little bit too advanced for me? I don't think I could pull it off. Not even if I practiced in front of a mirror for a century. Why let you decide me then? I'm just not good at saying corny lines like that. Besides, saying something like that to Amu, who's been my friend for so long, it just makes me feel dirty. So I don't say that. Instead I hang my head and mutter some vague apologies for my impertinence. Why did I have the option to decide now? I realize I must look pathetic, yes, and I'm sure that's what Amu's thinking as she watches my pitiful performance. What kind of weird person apologizes to a member of staff for going to eat at their establishment anyway? I might as well apologize for being born. Ah, jeez. It's fine, Achan. Don't make such a big deal out of it. You're freaking me out. I look up at Amo meekly. But you seemed so annoyed, so I got kind of worried. It's fine, it's fine. It's just kind of irritating working in a place like this. You're not the only person who had the brilliant idea to drop by while I'm working solely to make fun of me, you know. I blink a little at this, surprised. Amo isn't usually a person who lets little things get to her, but she sounds exceptionally bitter right now. Really? Who did that? Some annoying kid at school. Annoying kid? You remember, don't you? The irritating girl with the blonde hair and that "I'm so much better than you" attitude. The one with the princess laugh, who thought she was Marie Antoinette or something. Do Japanese people know this person? Huh? I think I remember a person like that. Wasn't her name something like Eri? Amo snorts. I don't care what her name is. That girl is dead to me. But I thought you two used to be friends. What happened? She went too far, that's what. But too far. Amo glares at me. My whole body tenses. I have to remember that knife, which Amo may or may not be able to smuggle from the kitchen. I can't forget about the knife. Anyway, that girl already pissed me off doing the same thing you are doing. She came in here and ordered an omelette, then complained that it was cold and made me take it back to the kitchen 3 times until she was happy. Well, if Achan would have done that, he would be really an asshole. That is an asshole-ish move. I expected something like, a little bit teasing between friends. What she does with him? What is that about? Sounds like a real battle of wits. Ah, it pissed me off so much I was literally this close to punching her in the face. At Amo's angry outburst, the table seating a wholesome-looking family, mother and father and their 2 small daughters, turned to look at Amo in alarm. Hey Amo, I understand that this incident has annoyed you, but maybe you shouldn't talk about it so loudly. And why not? It made me mad. I have a right to vent. I understand that, but what? But you're disturbing the customers. Amo pauses. Then she turns to look around her. As she does so, her eyes widen in surprise. I guess she got so caught up telling her tale of injustice, she forgot about where she was. Suddenly shamefaced, Amo flushes red. In a very uncharacteristic way, she bows to the offended family, hands clasped together tightly at her front. I'm sorry. I forgot myself for a little while. But it won't happen again, I promise. And with that, Amo grabs hold of my arm, so hard she almost twists it and marches me to a table located near the back of the cafe. I wonder if she's trying to hide me away from the other customers, like I'm some kind of embarrassing skin disease. Huh. Now if I was a skin disease, I wonder what kind I would be. What? Okay. I'll take it. The moment she sits me down at my table, she glares at me, slamming her hands on the tabletop with a thud. This was all your fault. At least she remembers to vent under her breath this time. I never knew it was possible for people to shout quietly, but Amo has just proven me wrong. Whoops. How did I do that? Okay. This girl really is full of this girl is really full of surprises. This doesn't make her accusation any less frightening, though. How was it my fault? Because you made me mad. But I didn't make you swear in front of that family. You might as well have done. And now they're going to complain to my parents, and I'm going to get scolded again. Again? Do you lose your temper here often? Amo glares at me, her face working through a variety of different emotions, before she settles on anger mixed with a faint hint of embarrassment. That's none of your business. Now take your menu, decide what you want to eat, and then get out. Amo shoves the menu at me forcefully. Then, red-faced, she turns on her heel and marches off, slamming her feet down far harder than necessary with each step. You know, I would be more angry with Amo if I wouldn't hate Noelle so much at this point. But to be honest, that is bullshit as well. Achan has stupid friends, and he himself is stupid as well. I wonder if there is a connection. Huh. I sigh. I guess I'm not gonna get served by a cute maid after all. Oh, probably not. Oh, this is really good. I make contented noises under my breath as I eat the dessert I ordered from Amu. I probably should have apologized. Maybe Amu would have been more happier with that. On the other hand, I apologized anyway. I mean... This game makes no sense. Ice cream and waffles really are delicious. If I'd been feeling particularly mean, maybe I would have ordered green tea ice cream, since it's Amu's favorite. That really would piss her off. Really? That is a reason to be pissed off. I would be happy if my friends would like what I like. However, my life means more to me than that. I'm not about to give it all up simply so I can feel superior to Amu for about 2 seconds. It would be pointless anyway, since I don't even like green tea ice cream. It would be just like that phrase Noel's mother always used to say. What was it again? Something about cutting off your nose. I don't know that, but I'm German, so I probably don't need to know. I far prefer strawberry and chocolate ice cream, flavors that Amu says are childish. Well, fuck you, Amu. Like she has any right to talk, given how immature she can be. People always say it's girls who like sweets, and girls who have extra stomachs for desserts, but I like sweets way more than Amu does. In addition to liking green tea ice cream, she also has a soft spot for herbal tea and bitter chocolate. It's kind of depressing that she can even beat me at something as simple and subjective as favorite foods. Her tastes are definitely more adult than mine. That crafty Amu is always one step ahead. Still, I won't let something like that deter me. There's no rule that says guys can't like sweets too, so... Thanks for the food. I take another spoonful of ice cream. The incredibly sweet treat melts across my tongue. Cool and refreshing, making me shiver with happiness. Oh jeez. One hand clapped against my cheek, the other holding my spoon, I drift into a dreamy, sweet-induced stupor. Just imagining that, one anime cliché more to go. I watch Amu bustle about the cafe while I eat. Even though it's only a small cafe, it's a lot busier than I expected. New customers arrive periodically, most of them families with young children, and a smiling Amu shows them to their seats. Then she takes the orders, delivers the orders to the kitchen, and returns with their food and drink. It sounds simple enough, but I see a crack beginning to form in Amu's smile as time goes by. A small child knocks over their strawberry milkshake and starts to cry. Amu is sent over to the table to comfort the wailing child and mop up the spillage. Then she has to bend down and sweep up the shards of glass on the floor. A group of teenage boys, probably a little older than me, start hollering, demanding Amu's attention as though she's their personal servant. Jeez, some people are assholes. They look at her unpleasantly, in a leering way that makes me feel uncomfortable. The other waitresses, meanwhile, regard Amu scornfully, lips pursed. Whenever she makes a mistake or lets her smile slip for just a moment, they start reprimanding her and rolling their eyes. I can't hear what they are saying, but I do know it's enough to make Amu's face flush. It's hot too. Since the cafe is rather small, and so many people are packed into it, the air is heavy and stuffy. I feel hot just sitting down, slowly eating my ice cream, fanning myself with the menu. I don't know how Amu must feel, walking back and forth, taking orders and delivering food, trying to attend to crying children and self-important customers. Her forehead is flushed. She pauses to catch her breath, and one of her fellow waitresses berates her for slacking off. Jesus! Have you never seen her work? Oh, well, maybe she didn't work there 2 years before. I mean, it's her parents' cafe. I see why the waitresses don't like her and stuff, but still. Maybe being a waitress isn't as easy as I thought. There are a lot more demanding customers and noisy kids than I thought there would be. I couldn't imagine ever talking to a waitress like some of the customers are doing, so I never realized how rude some people can be. I must have underestimated the average person's capacity for casual cruelty. That's true. That's true. Some people are really assholes, I have to say that. I start to feel a little guilty for imposing on Amu when she's already too busy. Or so busy. I mean, I'm reading wrong stuff all the time, I realize that myself. But when I realize I read something wrong, I usually just go with the flow. I always thought she was exaggerating when she told me how much she hated the job, but now I can understand her feelings a little. It must be stressful. I wouldn't want to do it. In my mind, I start to cheer on her. You can do it, Amu. Do your best. And, please don't hit anyone. I finish up my ice cream. By this point, it's almost completely melted. I got so distracted watching Amu I forgot to eat it quickly enough. I glance at the clock on the wall, spoon in my mouth. It's almost 12 p.m. now. Alright, Achan, shall we go? Suddenly, with a loud thud, Amu slams the palms of her hands down against the table. My now empty plate jumps to attention, as do I. Amu sounds overly enthusiastic, a wide smile on her face. I guess she is relieved that she has finally finished her shift, although... I look at Amu's beaming face, then back up at the clock, then back to Amu again. Something isn't right here. Even though she's acting like she has really already finished, in actuality, it's only 12 p.m. Yeah, so? So, you still have half an hour left, don't you? Amu rolls her eyes. Half an hour? Who cares? It's no big deal. But I don't want you to get in trouble with your parents. Amu blinks. Huh? Yeah, sure, they might be annoyed. Then you shouldn't go early. But listen to this, Achan. If I have to stay in here another second, I'll get so pissed off I'll accidentally end up spilling hot tea over somebody's lap again. Again? You mean it has happened before? Only once or twice. And only to people who really deserved it. This one guy grabbed my ass, Achan. Yeah, go for it. Spill the tea in his face, girl. My ass. That is pretty bad. Maybe that guy did deserve it then. Exactly. Now I need to get out of here. I've got to let off some steam or else... Come on. I make a small noise of protest as Amu grabs hold of my hand and drags me to my feet. Of course, the small noise goes unheard. It wouldn't matter if Amu heard me anyway. It didn't exactly make an intelligent counter-argument. Amu is so stubborn. It really is impossible to argue with her. I'd have sooner luck trying to reason with an oncoming train. Amu leads me out by the hand into the street. She walks so quickly I start to feel out of breath. I know that music. From somewhere. Did this music already appear in this game? But it sounds so familiar. Maybe it was in this game and I'm stupid. She only slows down when we are a decent distance away from her parents' cafe. This ought to be far away enough. And she lets go of my hand. I bend over, breathing heavily, trying to fill my lungs with air. There's a sharp pain in my side, as though my flesh is being sewn into with a knitting needle. I know people say exercise is meant to be good for you, but right now, it feels as though it's killing me. I really am unhealthy. Wow, you really are unhealthy. How did you know? That's what I was thinking. Can you read minds? Maybe it's something like that. How terrifying. You demon. Maybe I am. I really do wonder sometimes. Anyway. I thought of a really good idea. I know something we can do. A good idea? Knowing Amu, that idea might be anything, from rock climbing to robbing a bank. What is it? It's not anything illegal, is it? No. It's something even more exciting. Even more exciting than robbing a bank. Naturally. It's something that will be good for you and me. Huh? I can't even think of what that would be. Why, it's obvious. You need to get back into shape and I want to let off some steam. It's perfect. Amu grins. There are stars in her eyes. Practically entire galaxies. Her whole face is shining. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. Ah, so you play baseball. Well, as long as you're not running. You know, since Emi in Katawa Shoujo, I do not run anymore. Not that I ran before, but I would have stopped. If I would have been running, you know. Because I don't want to run. Not in a game, not in real life. That didn't make any sense, but okay. Noise surrounds us. People walk back and forth, baseball bats in hand. Almost all of them are wearing sports gear, their faces flushed with sweat. Nearly all of the people here are guys too. Very tall, very muscular guys. The exact opposite of me. Amu strolls along confidently, her head held high, arms swinging loosely at the side. If it weren't for her pink ponytail, bobbing up and down each step, she would probably look like the main character from a western. She is holding a baseball bat in her right hand, gripping it so tightly her knuckles have turned white. She seems ready to swing it at an interloper on a split second's notice. I, on the other hand, am definitely not so cool. I don't really like places like this, but so long as Amu continues to walk in front of me, shielding me, I think I'll be okay. If anything bad happens and we get into a scuffle with one of these guys, I'm sure Amu could protect me. I should have known you'd come somewhere like this. Of course. I love these places, don't you? Well, interesting? Interesting? This isn't a school trip, Ah-chan. I guess. Don't you just love it? The thrill, the exhilaration, the challenge? If I wanted a challenge, I'd far rather try to balance a spoon on the end of my nose for 5 minutes. I guess I'm just unadventurous. These places are kind of fun, I guess, if you're actually able to hit the ball. Well, don't worry if you can't. Even swinging the bat around will give you some sort of exercise, right? Thanks. I'm glad you have faith in my skills. I mutter this under my breath sarcastically. Amu grins. It'll be alright, Ah-chan. Don't worry. Huh? You don't need to be so super muscular to enjoy this. It's a popular form of family entertainment. It seems that Amu has discovered the source of my worries after all, even though I didn't tell her. She really is sneaky. Or maybe I'm just transparent? Probably both. Now there's a thought. My dad used to make me here all the time when I was little. Used to take me here. Can't even read anymore. My dad used to take me here all the time when I was little. Even young kids are welcome here. But everyone here is so much bigger than me. That's what she said. And they look all so sporty. Don't worry, don't worry. If you get scared, you can just hide behind my back, okay? And with that, Amu gives me a wink that would make anybody's heart skip a beat. Several beats. Huh. Why does Amu always get to act so cool? It's not fair. Even though I've been to this place a few times before with Amu, I'm still a little unsure about it, even though I am wearing a helm. In activities like this, which carry a very large risk of being struck in the head by a speeding baseball, I need every ounce of protection I can get. That's why I'm thankful for this helmet, even though it looks pretty uncool. I don't know, I love these baseball player helmets. I mean, baseball is boring to me, but the helmets look cool. It's the helmet that you are giving along with the bat at the counter. The helmet all the signs around the room say you are meant to wear for your own safety. The helmet that Amu discarded the moment it was handed to her with a snort and a "Wow, that looks so lame." This can't bode well. Oh well, you know, don't sweat it. It's not uncool to wear a helmet, not on bike, not in baseball. I personally find it just dumb to say, "Oh no, that's uncool." Are you sure you're not going to wear your helmet? No. Why should I? You might get hurt. No way. Are you actually implying I'll miss any shots, Ah-chan? It's always a possibility. It's also a possibility I might get hit by a car one day. But I don't allow myself to think about silly things like that. That's the secret to my success. Maybe you should write a book about it. Maybe I should. But I still think you could take some precautions, to stop stuff like that from happening. You know, just in case. But that's boring. I want to live in the moment. If I keep thinking about the future and all the thousands of depressing things that could happen, but probably won't, I'd never be able to get up in the morning. You've got to think positive. I get it. I just don't want to get hurt. I'm sure I'll be fine. I've come here loads of the time in the past, ever since I was so little I couldn't even hold the bat. I don't need a helmet. If you are sure. I am sure. Surer than I'll ever be. Amo grins and cracks her knuckles together. Right. Shall we start? Go for it. Oh, we're in a room. I supposed we would do that outside, but okay. We make our way into our own cage, a confining, almost claustrophobic area surrounded by tall chain link fences. Yeah, that really looks strange there, to be honest. Amo stands there confidently, without fear. She faces down the automatic baseball dispensing machine with the cold, hard eyes of a killer. Seconds pass. Her stance shifts slightly, her right leg bending at the knee, her grip on the bat tightening. I watch her from the sidelines, waiting, watching. And then, fast as a bullet. Okay, she looks a bit different now, but I'll take it. Amo's bat collides squarely with the baseball, slamming it into it at the perfect angle. Or at least what I think is the perfect angle. Since I don't know anything about baseball, other than it's best to hit the ball with the bat, I can't be sure, but the end result speaks for itself. The baseball goes flying. It sails in a neat arc through the air, splitting through the sky with immense speed. I don't see the sky personally, I just see a ceiling, but okay. Finally, it loses momentum and drops back down to the ground, like a burnt-up comet failing through the night sky. It hits the fence at the very back of the pitch with a thud and falls back to the floor, rolling into a halt. Yeah! Home run! Amo celebrates by punching her fist in the air, a self-satisfied look on her face. Achan, did you see that? Didn't I do great? She looks excited. Her whole face is lit up with a bright smile. That expression really is captivating. I'm not the only one enthralled by her either. I can see several of the guys nearby have set down their own bats and are looking in Amo's direction. They're staring at her in awe. I guess it's a reasonable unusual for girls to come here to begin with, but it must be even rarer for girls to be quite as good as Amo is. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many girls in Japan play baseball, so I don't comment on that. She's probably better than most of the guys. Yeah, that was really great. Of course it was. I'm the best. I told you I didn't need a helmet, Achan. Achan, okay. Bah. And sticking her tongue out at me triumphantly, Amo turns around. Just in time. As though she had timed it, another ball fires at Amo from the machine. Once more, her stance is perfect. Her grip on the bat is tight, her eyes narrowed with anticipation. Her grin is cocky, self-confident. She is entirely at ease. Take that! I tilt my head back and watch the ball, transfixed as it soars through the air. It goes up so high, it is hard to believe the amount of strength that must have been poured into this single hit. I know I would never want to be on the receiving end of a blow like that. To an average person like me, it seems almost incredible. I doubt I could pull off a feat that impressive once, let alone several times in quick succession. Well, that is quite amazing, I suppose. The minutes sail by as Amo continues to hit volley after volley of baseballs into the air. Each hit is just like the last. Her form is constantly perfect. The atmosphere starts to get tense as I wonder whether Amo will make a mistake, if she'll slip up and let by a single ball. But it isn't to be. Her hits land every single time. All other activity seems to be suspended for these precious 10 minutes or so, as everybody turns to watch her. They are all enchanted, toppling under her spell like dominoes, one after the other. A pretty, youthful high school girl, drenched in sweat as she continues to hit home run after home run. It's almost like something from a sports manga. And that's 100. Wow. In 10 minutes, 100? That's not bad. I suppose, I don't know. Is that good? With a loud thud, Amo's bat collides with the ball. Ball. Not the bell. The ball. Still in wrestling in my head. You know, WrestleMania was actually quite interesting. I thought it would be shit, but it was interesting. Anyway, and she sends it soaring up to meet the ceiling. Laughing just as usual, Amo turns about, a smile on her face. Even though her forehead is sweaty, her face flushed from exertion, she looks truly happy, like an artist who has finally painted the last stroke of their masterpiece. With a sigh, Amo stretches, raising her arms above her head, cracking her joints at her wrists and elbows. Then she throws her baseball bat carelessly onto the floor with a thud and comes to sit by my side. Aren't you going to keep going? You looked like you were having fun. No, I don't think so. I decided I was going to hit 100, and I hit 100. So that's that. That is pretty impressive. I didn't know you had that much willpower. Maybe not when it comes to doing things that are genuinely useful. But I can be surprisingly stubborn sometimes. I don't think your stubbornness is that surprising. Amo giggles. She sounds a little bit out of breath. I think you made some fans out there. The other guys seem pretty impressed. Well, it's not like I dislike the attention. Being respected is way more fun than being made fun of and taken for granted. At these words, a dark cloud passes over Amo's face. Are you still hung up about your job? Of course I am. That's why I started coming here more often. It helps work off the stress. I just imagine each ball I hit is a human head, you see? Oh, well, as long as you don't actually hit any human heads at work, it's fine. I do my best. I feel like I should say something to her. Something to comfort her, or congratulate her maybe. But what? First of all, safe. Yes. Second of all, I personally think Amo is not somebody who wants to be comforted, but, you know, she said she's living for the moment, so say that she's amazing, I suppose. I don't know, man. But I suppose, yeah, she said she's living for the moment. Why would you try to comfort her? Go for it. I think you're amazing. Yeah. Huh? Amo stares at me in shock. Even though her face is already flushed from all that exercise, I think it looks even pinker now. Well, if Amo's face is pink, that's nothing compared to how flustered I'm feeling. I mean, I'm sorry if that was too forward or anything. Just think it's admirable. Admirable? Me? And now Amo doesn't look confused and flustered, but incredulous. Okay, she looks like incredulous, whatever that is. I might as well have exploded. Or revealed myself as the second coming of Christ. I swear this game is not Japanese. Never. Given how wide her eyes are. Achan, are you feeling okay? Is your helmet on a little too tight or something? No, I don't think so. I feel fine. Really? Are you sure it's not cutting off the circulation to your brain? No. At least I don't think so. Are you sure? It's not like you to compliment me so much. I know. Maybe it seems a little unexpected, but really, I was just thinking that you're quite admirable. Huh. I don't know about that. I'm nothing special. It's funny. Before Amo was so jubilant at her betting victory, making all sorts of claims about how amazing she was. But now I'm actually agreeing with her. She looks unsure and embarrassed. For a straightforward, no-nonsense kind of girl like Amo, isn't this a bit too contrary? No, man. Usually when you say you're the best, you know you're a fool, and in reality... Usually, not always, but you know... Everyone has to say once in a while that he's amazing, if nobody else does. But inside, you can still feel bad, you know. I just mean... I think you're a very determined person. When you want to do stuff, you really go for it. I wish I could be more like you. It's nothing special. It's just a silly task I set myself for fun. But even if it is silly, you still did it. Well, I'm flattered, Achan, but there's no sense in just looking up to me. Huh? What do you mean? I mean, if you want to do something, you've just gotta get along and do it. There's no sense in idolizing somebody from afar and thinking, oh, that's so amazing, but I can never be like that. Before you can do anything on your own, you have to have more faith in yourself. These words perked me up. It's almost like she's coaching me. She seems to realize this herself, because she starts to laugh. Look at me, talking like a self-help book. That was so uncool. I don't think so. An uncomfortable feeling slowly starts to build up in the pit of my stomach, but I try to push past it. Ignore it. Isn't that what Amo just told me? I need to make active changes in my life, or else everything will remain the same. I thought that was what I wanted. I thought I was afraid of change. But the world doesn't work like that. The world won't stop turning just for me. I need to start taking some steps of my own. I think you're really cool, Amu, and I really am grateful that you became my friend. You are one of the best friends I've ever had. I look at Amu from underneath my bangs. Oh, bangs are hair. For a moment I thought bangs are something different. My cheeks feel hot and my hands are trembling, but I don't back down. I don't apologize or stutter excuses, or even hang my hand. Instead, I decide to stand by my word. I try to be brave. A silence stretches out between us. I can hear the sounds of other people batting, bats striking baseballs as they fly through the air, but that all seems very far away. Almost on a different planet altogether. It's Amu who speaks first. Thank you, Achan. I really appreciate it. Even if it was over the top and a little too sappy for this rotten girl's tastes. I don't know. Maybe I am a little too sappy, but it's what I really feel. Well, that's good to know. I'm glad we've been able to become so close again, even though it's been so long. Even though you might not have realized it, I was a little worried. Even you get worried? Of course. But I continue to push on ahead, cause that's all I can do. But anyway, Achan. Yes? What is it? You have to play baseball. Oh, Amu leans forwards. She seems a little calmer now. Her smile is devilish, challenging. It's an expression that makes my heart flutter. You said you wanted to do your best. Yes, I want to do my best. You really want to do your best? Yes, I really, really do. Well then. She laughs her patented, creepy laugh, perfect for Halloween. Amu gets to her feet dramatically and jabs her baseball bat into my face, stopping it short just inches away from the tip of my nose. Then get out there and hit some home runs, alright? Let's go. Yeah, I mean, he can't do that, we all know that, but he can at least try. Alright, this episode is already way too long, so I'll stop it here. This was okay. I mean, I don't really understand why, whoops, Amu got angry at our protagonist, but except for that, it seemed kinda reasonable. I like the way this is going right now. So, anyway, I suppose I ended here and I already said that. So, thank you everybody for watching, leave comments and stuff down below and I'll see you then. Bye bye.